Welcome to Collecting Chaos. My name is James, and today we're on part 9. Part 9 of our conservation of our Army at War number 269. But before we get started on the next signature, we have to take a look at what was left of the last one. It's still a little, it didn't come out too good. This one did all right. We're going to go ahead and see how it folds over. Perfect. The tear, you can see it. I know better. I can't believe I did that. I know better than to do that. We need to trim this. We probably should trim this down. Actually, I think I folded it over. Yeah, it's folded over to the next side, which is fine. Going to go ahead and trim that off. I don't think I'm going to film that, but I'm going to go ahead and trim that off, and then we'll get set up for signature 5 right after this. So I went through these pretty quick. You might have seen me do it at high speed. You might not. It depends on how long it's going to take me to do number 6 or signature 6, because I plan on doing them both in one video if I can. But I'll show you these anyway. Put that over there. Put that over there. This one is just the inside wrap. Yeah, this is the inside wrap. And it has a little tear here. It's not a big tear. I don't know if I want to fix it or not. I think I'm just going to leave that. We're just going to go ahead and fold it over. And I'm just going to use Tingujo paper on the other one. I know the other one needs to be fixed, so that's the inside. Whoa, wait a minute. I forgot about this. I did want to fix that. It goes, I believe it goes like this. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and, or do I want to? I have to decide right now. Fix it or not. It's a little chip. It's not going to affect the grade any, of course, and I'm not going to have these graded regardless. I don't get my comics graded. I don't plan on selling them anytime soon, so especially the ones that I work on. So why would I get them graded? But I think this one deserves to be put back together because I tore that off myself. So It's not going to take much. Teeny tiny bit of nori paste into Ngujo. I don't want to use that one. I don't want to use a real big one either. What have I got here? Ah, yes, we'll use this one. Little tiny bit. I hear one of my neighbors cutting the grass, which probably wouldn't hurt if I did mine again. It doesn't really, it hasn't grown, but the back was so tall that I need to cut it again just to clean it up a bit. And this does not want to sit right. We don't have any regulations about cutting grass because I live in such a small community. But most people try to keep theirs fairly short. Keeps the grass burrs down and keeps the snakes from coming up to the house. Yeah, this is not... Alright. This little piece of... little scrap of Dingujo. We keep scraps of Dingujo for just this kind of stuff. Yeah, I think that'll work. And you know what? As long as I'm doing up there, I might as well do this little piece down here too. So, grab another little piece of all right. Good enough. Put that back on there. I'm going to hold off for a few seconds. Smell is driving me crazy. I'm cooking bacon. And of course, my favorite commercial right now, I see it on YouTube all the time, is that girl who's talking about the end pieces and end cuts of bacon, and she looks at the camera and says, "Bacon is bacon, baby." And I just love that commercial. That's one of the few that I'll actually watch. The few advertisements I actually watch. Because, you know, bacon. This is pretty good, but it does have a small tear there, so I need to fix that. And we have a little piece here. We'll tear that off. Oops. I'm bringing the work home to me and not showing you. And there was another spot that needed it. I think, yeah, it's right down here. It's a little bit bigger spot. So it's funny, a piece of Tengujo this size will last forever, and I have just sheets and sheets of this stuff, 4 foot by 6 foot sheets of it, and it just lasts forever. But I imagine if I started doing whole pages, sealing whole pages, it wouldn't last very long. There we go. I actually prefer putting the Tengujo and the paste on the paper while it's dry than when it's wet. I don't get as much of the white, you know, it just works out better for me. So what are we going to do? We're going to get that other piece. What did I do with it? Oh, I got them right here. So put that one down. We're going to set this one right on top of it, you know. Then we're going to get my cutting board, lay that on top. And you may have seen this trick before. Doll values. The other one's an old Hake's price guide to character toy premiums, and this was the #1. This was the first volume. Unfortunately, it has a rat chew, but it's pretty cool. And then my doll values, that's for older dolls, because you never know when you're going to run across something like that. Alright, let's see how it looks. It stuck a little bit for a change. Normally it doesn't. That's corner's not too bad. This turned out good. So yeah, we'll get those trimmed up. And this one, yeah, that turned out real good. I want to trim that. I don't want to fold it over. I'm going to trim it. Yeah, that came out good. So we'll get it trimmed. See, this side, it's just going to go like that. Yep. We'll get that trimmed and put away, and we'll start on the next one. Where's my... There it is. Now these are kind of strange to do, so I'm just going to follow... I just followed the edge of the comic. Like I said, it goes this way. And now we'll do this one. Same thing, I'm just going to follow the edge of the comic. You can do that with, I nicked it a little bit, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'd panic if I was planning on sending it in, but since I'm not going to worry about it. So there you go. That's Signature 5 is done, and we're going to start on Signature 6 in a little while. I'm going to take a little break first. Didn't have any tomatoes, so I ended up eating a bacon and spinach sandwich. It was delicious, lightly toasted. So yeah, I liked that. And I'll be back in a bit to work on the Signature 6. Okay, first thing we're going to do, get some of the excess water off. And we're going to take this paper towel, this old nasty paper towel, and we're going to get some more of the excess water off. And blot it a little bit. Why? Because I want to. I'm trying something a little different. Alright, got some of it off. Next up, we're going to flip it over. But during the flip, we're going to get some excess water off this. Matter of fact, no, we're not going to lift it up. We're going to leave it right there. Put it down. Squeegee time. Try to get some more water off of it. Let's see. Do I have that? Is that the right side I want? 43, 44. I think it says 44. Or maybe that says 45. I don't know. What's this one over here say? That looks like 50. And that's 49. Okay, we got it right. We're going to take another one of these nasty old wrinkled up paper towels. See if we can't get some more water off of this. Yeah. Yeah, I got more water off of it. Roll this up. We're going to try this again. Get out my methyl cellulose brush and my methyl cellulose. Actually, I bought this brush to do some detail work when I was painting the house, and I never used it. So now it's my methyl cellulose brush. Little extra here. Now I did mix the two colors together, and this is what I came out with. And this is the inside of wrap 6, and yeah, I think that's close enough. I'm not gonna worry too much about it, but I like that. So that's what we're going to use. What we got here? Oh, that's on the other side. Now when you weren't looking, I went ahead and put a couple of pieces of Mylar down here, and I used my squeegee to get them nice and flat. I want them nice and flat. Now I'm going to take one of these old damp paper towels. I'm going to put it there to suck up extra water. Probably don't need to do that, but yeah, I'm going to anyway. Suck up extra water there, because we know I'm going to end up with extra water. And let's suck some of this pulp up and see what we can do. I'm going to go thin on this. I'm not going to go real thick like I have been. And if it does get a little thick, I'm going to make it thinner. Still got some lumps in this. I did about a 15-minute mix on this too, so it shouldn't be this lumpy. Now, what do I want? I want a brush. Use a brush. I'm going to pat it down a little bit. I think one of my problems is my pulp is too thick when I lay it down. So we're going to spread it out a little bit. Maybe add just a tiny bit more up here. I'm sure once I get my table set up, if I ever get my suction table set up, that my leaf casting will come out a whole lot better. But right now, I don't have it. So this is got pulp on it, but the pulp is on the upside, so that should be all right. Press it down. Lift it up. And as you can see, these paper towels soaked up quite a bit of excess water. Just right up. And that's what they were there for. Yucky, yucky. Let's go ahead and put the Kollecting back over it. Nope. Got to take these off first. Almost forgot. And I want to take them from this side this way. And then from this side that way. A little bit of pulp there. And now we'll roll this down. Get my PVC pipe. It's from when they were remodeling my bathroom. This was a piece left over and I snatched it. Or maybe it was when they were remodeling my kitchen. I don't remember which. But that's nice and flat, and I got another paper towel here that I can use for blotting. Set it off to the side. Take a spoon. I'm trying all the tricks this time. Yeah, we're trying all the tricks. All right. Paper towel time. Now it's Monday, and this isn't going to be released until Wednesday, which means I'll upload it Tuesday night. So I can put this in my cold press and cinch it down hard on it. Just trying to get moisture out of it. It's too moist. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. So we'll take another reasonably fat, reasonably flat paper towel. So how did Signature 6 turn out? Let's take a look. Now the first one I'm going to show, I believe, is section 2. Let me turn that around before I show it so it's not upside down to you. I believe is section 2 of Signature 6. And we're just going to peel that off. And then peel these off in two different directions. This Signature I didn't show. I didn't show myself cleaning it. I forgot to turn the camera on, so I don't even have footage of me cleaning it. Turned out really nice. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. And of course, it's got the battle out Zeppelin. So we'll just go ahead and fold that one over and get it ready. And yeah, this video shows 5 and 6. So next we're going to show the one that I actually did work on that you saw. Take all of this stuff off. Too much stuff. And some of the pulp bled over into the color areas, and I'll have to take that off. But overall, I'm very happy with the way this one turned out. Now this is the back side, so it actually folds over this way, and I did that for a reason, and I'm going to try to get it. I'm not going to show myself folding it, but I'm going to try to get it done right. We're going to go ahead and take this stuff off now. It won't take that long, and you've seen me do it before. I take my distilled water. I take a cotton swab or cotton bud, whatever you want to call it, and I just dampen the areas that have the pulp on it, and it comes right off. There's no reason to scratch, nothing like that. And it's such a small amount of water that I use that it doesn't seem to affect, doesn't give any stains on the comic. I haven't seen anybody else do it this way. I don't know why. It seems to be the most efficient way to me. But, you know, it is what it is. Everybody's got their own methods of doing things. And I'm not going to tell them they're wrong. And hopefully they won't tell me I'm wrong. And if they do, I'll go, yeah, okay. I'm wrong. That's okay. It works. If it works, how can it be wrong? Is that some there? Yeah, there's a little tiny bit here too. It was mostly on this side. Wasn't a whole lot on this side. And that's partially because when I roll it down and then I pressed it out with a spoon, of course it splays out, and there's not a whole lot you can do about that. I guess I could use an eraser to take it off. But the paper got on there with water, or the pulp got on there with water, so it seems to me the best way to remove it is with water. I believe that's got it. And the reason I used a brush on that is it curls up. The pulp rolls up, and the brush will just flick it right off of there with no problem at all. So, yeah, I like the way this one turned out. I think it turned out pretty well. Now let me. I don't think I can do this without getting it wet, but I can try, and we'll see what happens. Because the pulp is fairly thin. It's not thick like I've been putting it on. I put it on real thin this time. And look at that. Yeah, I need to get that damp. Take a little brush. Where is my... There they are. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and then I'm going to take this on that end, splay them out, make sure I have plenty of room. And that's where I want it to fold over. So we're going to take a little bit of that distilled water. And this isn't exactly the way Jerry recommended I do it. I don't see why this wouldn't work. Seems to me it works just fine like that. So yeah, maybe I got lucky, I don't know. Anybody can make one of those. All you need is about an 18-inch ruler, a couple of large paper clips or clips like that, and yeah, I like that. That worked out pretty good. Now I do need to trim that off, and that's one of the reasons why I did it this way. Set that up there. We're going to trim them both off at the same time. Ah, I actually found my X-Acto knife this time. And the reason I did that is because they're the same. A little bit more. This goes in here, 45, 46, like that. And that's section 6, so I've done section 5 and section 6 in this video. Probably only showed you the results of section 5. It depends, I have to, I'll make up that determination when I'm editing it in about 20 minutes. And then we can start working on section 7, which I think is a bit more difficult. Let's take a look at section 7 and see how bad it is. All right. Yeah. This one's going to be more difficult. This will get a video on its own, and this one will air on Friday. So, we're getting there. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were satisfied with the way I did this one. And oh, look at that! I got to get more of that off. I didn't get it all off, so we'll work on that some more. I'm going to go ahead and work on this some more and get the rest of that pulp off. And we'll see you tonight. Yeah, see you tonight, 8 o'clock Central. I got another box. What's in the box? I don't know. Couldn't find my Strange Tale. Well, I know where Strange Tales #1, or Savage Tales #1 is. I just don't know where the rest of them are. I know I've got them. I should have all 11 of them. Now, I'm not talking about the second series. I'm talking about the original Savage Tales. So, yeah. We'll see you tonight. In the meantime, have a great day. Bye.